Hello, I'm doing a video today. I don't know how to turn this camera around and get it on me. I don't know if that's going to do it or not. Hi. Um, anyway, it's about handicapped gardening, and it's become almost impossible for me. Some days I can walk and some days I can't. And I wanted to do some gardening, and my fiance Steve put together some boxes for me, and I designed them and he built them, and they are an experiment, but they seem to be working out fairly well. I wanted to be able to do root crops because being able to dig roots is impossible. So I want to show you these boxes here. I gotta be careful where I walk, but this is where I've got my potatoes. And I've got 3 different varieties of potato in here. And I had an idea that if we built these boxes and kind of on the bottom there, okay, and we've got a latch on the top, that when it comes time to harvest, all I have to do is turn this and bring it down, and this whole compartment will come down, and you know, the dirt and whatnot will just come out very easily. Or I can sit here and kind of dig for the potatoes. And they did stunningly. They've already flowered and all that. I've got some Yukon Golds and some Reds and some Russets in here. And never done it, so it's going to be an experiment, kind of like Christmas when I open the box. But I'll do another video on that. I've also got some carrots over here, and they are doing just very, very well. We've got, you know, some really good bases going on here. So again, that'll be like Christmas. And when I open it up to get these out, we're going to lay down a tarp. Any dirt will fall right on the tarp, so when I'm done collecting the carrots, we can put the dirt right back in and, you know, compost it a bit and reuse it next year. And over here I've got some, oh, this bush is going wild. That, and I shouldn't have done this. This was a mistake on my part. That's spaghetti squash. And it's going absolutely nuts. Let's come over here real quick. And yeah, I've got some spaghetti squash, and I've already had to cut it down like 3 times. I've got some cantaloupe growing in the middle, and then over here I've got some rattlesnake watermelon. And putting the squash in with the melons is not a good idea. I would not do it again. I'm having a hard time keeping them from latching onto each other. It's kind of a real pain in the butt, but as you can see, they are just growing swimmingly. All I've done is I use some compost, I use some garden soil. I've been using Trifecta, which is a fertilizer that is just wonderful. You can get it from the Michigan Gardener, and you can find him on YouTube. But here are my pumpkins, and they are doing really well. Now these are, of course, in the ground. And Steve did a matted area around it to try to keep the weeds away, so I didn't have to weed. Now, next year I'm going to do it a little differently, because ordinarily I would build upon the root system through the vines, but he kind of misunderstood what I said when, you know, when I was talking about it. But that's okay. Well, you know, the Trifecta should cover that. And then next year we'll try it with the vines buried too. And I've got like, I think 4 different varieties of pumpkin in there. So they're doing real well. And last night we had a bad storm, and it kind of wrecked my snowball bush. Got a big hole in it. But we'll go over here real quick. And let's see, I've got some irises back there that I grow and sell. Here's another melon patch. It's a smaller box. I've got some sugar babies, some yellow watermelon, and some Chardonnay melon. And my strawberry patch over here, which was taken over by, I don't know, some kind of perennial morning glory, I think. But I'm going to have to deal with that in the fall. But we've gotten lots of strawberries out of it so far. And these are my tomatoes. Ooh, I can zoom out a little bit. Or no, that's zoom in. Okay, I put too many things in this particular box. I ran out of room. But I've got some jalapenos on the end. Some Amish paste tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. And over here I've got my Brandywine tomatoes, which are starting to grow up. I don't think they're going to get as tall as they normally would. We had some snap freezes that took out my original plants. And so I had to order plants and then replant them so they're not as big. But they're still going to be great because you can't beat an heirloom Brandywine for anything. But that's, you know, kind of what I'm doing here. And I've got some lettuce growing in other places and some cucumbers, and everything's all nice and neat in their little boxes and in their containers. And it's just, so far the experiment is great. I can't wait until I take down the size of the boxes and see how my roots did. It will definitely be like Christmas. So anyway, that's an idea for, you know, handicapped gardeners. It's going to be a lot easier, and I know this board looks warped, but that's because we used old warped wood to begin with. It wouldn't warp if it were up there originally and flat. I was going to paint the outside, but then I thought for drying purposes it might be better not to. And on the bottoms there are slats, so there's really good drainage in these boxes. And hopefully we will get a really good crop, and I will be back with you to show you the crop when we get it. But just an idea. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.